Jim calling, coming at you from Senior Leads Boost. And today we're going to have another Tips Tuesday video for you. Today's tip has to do with something called Geogrid ranking reports. That's a mouthful, but it's actually a pretty simple concept and a very powerful tool. So let's dig in. We're going to use a company that I've never worked with, I've never talked to, I don't know anything about them, and so they're a great case to use to illustrate how this all works. I've selected AAA Home Care. They are in Boise, Idaho. And they have 3 Google reviews, and they have a 4.7 out of 5 average. Other than that, their Google business profile is pretty, straightforward, not very complete, but at least they have one. Okay, so what does it mean to have a Geogrid ranking report? So here's how this works. In a Geogrid ranking report, basically what you do is you set up a report that shows how the company ranks in a grid of search points for a specific search term. So in this instance, what we're doing is, as an example, we're searching for companies that would appear under the search term home health care. Now, this is probably a non-medical home care agency, but I'm using home health care because that's the most commonly searched for term, even when people are looking for non-medical home care. So that's why we're using it. So what does this represent? In this report, what this represents is where the company ranks in Google local search results for that search term. And that is specifically this company that we're using as a test case. And in particular, that means how the company ranks when you search from this location, which is their office address, or from this location, which is 5 miles to the west, or from this location, which is 10 miles to the east. In other words, each of these grid points is 5 miles apart from the adjoining one. And so just to put this in perspective, if a company ranks with a 1 or a 2 or a 3, then that means that they do appear on page 1 of Google local search results for that term when somebody searches from that location. So this is incredibly important because, for instance, for this company, what it means is that they don't show up at all on the first page of Google search results. In fact, you pretty much configure that they are on what's 3 into 19, 6 or 7. That means that they're on the 6th or 7th page of Google local search results, and that means they'll never be found if somebody just searches for that term from this location. Wherever you see other numbers, that means they rank according to those numbers. So, for instance, here they're 13th, which means that they are, what's 3 into 13, 4th. They're on the 4th page of results. Where you see an X, it just means they don't appear at all in the first 20. That's the way this reporting tool works. Now, what use is this? Well, if you click on any of these grid points, then you get a list of who is ranking above them, like in position 1 or 2 or 3. Well, so how is that useful? Well, you can look at how those companies' Google business profiles are structured and draw some inferences about how you might improve your Google business profile in order to rank more highly over time. It takes time. Usually, well, we tell new clients 3 to 6 months for them to rank more highly, but it does work. It does pay off over time. Also, this is almost entirely based upon the optimization of their Google business profile. Their website has some bearing on it, but not a lot, frankly, not compared to optimizing their business profile. So let's take a look at these other ones just real quickly. Bright Star of Boise. Well, if we look at their Google business profile, this is what it looks like. They've got 39 reviews, which is a huge ranking factor, and also their average is 4.7 out of 5. That's a stellar average. They have a pretty fully built-out business profile. One thing to notice is that they have one question. Anybody with a Google profile or Google account can ask a question or answer one. So, for instance, they have one here that asks about whether they have caregivers that can work a certain schedule. What's really not good about this is nobody has answered it. So this means the company isn't watching for those and responding to them. The other two companies, let's see, this is the second one that was ranking in the top three. They have a website, they got a few reviews. I mean, basically, this is a fairly incomplete Google business profile. They shouldn't be that hard to compete with if you do things right. And then here's the third one. Okay, so what does this all mean? Well, this means that, first of all, you really do want to get a Geogrid ranking report for your company in your location for one or more terms that you think are relevant, like home health care, home care, caregivers, personal care, things like that. We will give you a free report. If you go to eldercell.com, which is our parent company website, and click on the free ranking report link, that will take you to this page. And here's the URL for that page, by the way, if you want to go directly to it. And then you fill out the form that is here. It's very straightforward. Just a little bit of information so we can respond to you. And then you submit it. And then we will generally respond within one business day. So I'd love to help you with that. I'd love to give you a free report, and we can begin talking about, what can you do to compete better against your surrounding competing businesses. I hope this has been helpful. This is a really important tool, a really important topic, and I hope that you have learned a little bit from it. I would welcome your comments. I would welcome your contact, if you'd like to reach out and talk to us more about this. Again, my name is Tim Calling, and my parent company is A Servant's Heart Web Design and Marketing. Our main senior care lead generation and local SEO company is called Senior Leads Boost, and that's this company at seniorleadsboost.com. Have a great day. Talk again next week. Thanks.